Hello everybody, this is Adam, and we are to our second video and the Sacral Chakra analysis of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. If you have not seen the first one, which was the root chakra, I'll put it in the card above so you can definitely take a look at it. It's a non-linear series, you don't have to do it in order, but I go from the bottom up. Anyway, the Sacral Chakra is the creative and sexual chakra. And as I stated in the previous video, we're not only going to be doing the 4 representation analysis that I have for each chakra, but I'm going to go through unhealthy chakra questions that you may ask yourself or, give the analysis to somebody else that might help with that conclusion. So, this is more of a test. I might add more to it as we go or have something a little more in-depth later, but it's good to be back 100%. So, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and the Sacral Chakra, this should be interesting. Is it closed or blocked? This is the reproductive issues, sexual dysfunction, stomach, kidney, and lower back issues. To my knowledge and through my research, he has not had any issues of the sort, nor anything like that. He has a couple of children. He was married to his first wife for a number of years, and he's currently married now. And the, split was mutual. But we'll talk about that more later. Is it imbalanced? This is addictive and compulsive behaviors, a fear of change, and emotional instability. The Rock is a very, big time, very loud personality. There are some individuals that might see that as not only, an imbalance, but something that's very obnoxious. If it's consistent, I don't see a problem with it. People have different personalities. And, emotional instability is very much different than emotional loudness. A fear of change? No way. I believe Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is not afraid to change at all, obviously with his acquisition of the XFL and the divorce and having more children and having COVID and adjusting his lifestyle to that, from football to wrestling to acting. He's not afraid to change. He embraces that. And addictive and compulsive behaviors, I could not find any kind of allegations, affairs, or anything of the like that he had either in his previous marriage or even in his current marriage or previous relationships beyond 1997. So I'm going to have to go with a no for right now because I don't see any evidence to the contrary. Open and unblocked. This is finding sexual identity and sexual and creative abundance. Obviously, with the Rock sexual life, it is personally none of my business. I can only go off based on, number one, what I know about sex, how he is, and the strength of his relationship, because I do believe, at least in my personal opinion, that a sexual attraction and a good sexual life is very important to a healthy relationship. It's not the only thing, but it's important. And so I do believe, obviously, he's not confused or anything of the like or has any kind of past issues, so I can't say no to that. I think he found it, and obviously, he's a very creative guy. It went from acting to wrestling to being a character in multiple stages to, buying a freaking football franchise. It kind of gets that. You have to be creative there. Is it balanced? Now, this is a creative, playful, and sensual and sexual pleasure. Once again, the sexual stuff is something that I cannot personally answer because, number one, that'd be weird. And number two, I don't frankly think it's none of my business. But playfulness, I think part of his drive and his focus is partially based on his childhood dreams. There's a playful aspect to him. He's very approachable, very personable. He's mature, but playful. And also, he's very creative, once again. Now, with the sacral chakra, since it's a little more laser focused to a specific criterion than the root chakra, there are only 12 signs in a unhealthy sacral chakra. You're addicted to anything that brings pleasure, such as food, gambling, sex, work, alcohol, drugs, compulsive buying, etc. I do not believe The Rock had an issue with any of these. I think I heard something about alcohol when he was like really, really young, like in his 20s. But other than that, I haven't seen anything here. He likes work, but it's not, it's probably pleasurable and a lot of fun. Hell, I would have fun if I was a fucking Rock. But I don't believe he does it to excess or to the detriment of, his other responsibilities as being a father and a friend and a family member. I don't think it's harmful. Let's put it that way. You feel emotionally numb or cold. You find it hard to feel very much of any kind of emotion. No way. I think The Rock can get pissed off when he gets pissed off, and it's very clear. But I think overall he's a very happy guy, so he's just not numb to it. You're sexually frigid, and you have low or non-existent libido, or, as a contrast to that, you're sexually impulsive, and your libido tends to be on overdrive. No, I don't think so. Once again, we don't have these allegations that were brought up. We don't have any kind of confirmed affair that I am currently aware of. He's always been, and obviously with his family being a Samoan dynasty in the professional wrestling business, I think part of that instillment of humbleness and treating people with respect, and especially women, or even men too, depending on who you are and what your sexual preference is, there is an amount of respect there. I think that was instilled in him. And if there were any allegations or anything like that would come out, you would probably do it to somebody like The Rock. But none. Zero. I couldn't find it. He actually has I think it's called the Rock test that he released a couple of years ago, where it's like a test to see of how to approach women so you don't have a misconception. And it's pretty freaking basic of what it is, but I do recommend finding it if you're curious. It's called the Rock test. You're necrotic, and you can't handle spontaneously or uncertainty. No way. Very spontaneous, very much I'm gonna do 20 million things and I'm gonna have the drive to do it kind of person. You've got reproductive problems such as infertility, impotence, or menstrual issues. I don't think I have to go into that because I think we've already hit that nail on the head pretty freaking hard. You're constantly fatigued. You're constantly fatigued, and you have little energy of anything. Wow, man, I really need to write better. No way. He is not fatigued. It's The Rock. Have you ever seen this guy in, like, a slump? Other than when he said that he had COVID, he probably was not feeling the best at that time. You feel inhibited and repressed from expressing your true feelings and desires, or, second question, you're extremely emotionally reactive, and you're a drama junkie. No to both of them. He is very much a very cool-headed person. I would have a drink with a guy if he drank. Obviously not to excess. You're creatively blocked, and you tend to overthink everything. No. You have lower back, kidney, or stomach disorders. No, not at all. So those are the 12. With all of those being said, and all of the analysis going into play here, what is my final verdict for Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's Sacral Chakra? I am going to give this one as well, opened and unblocked. Solidly. very concisely, no problems whatsoever. And I do thank you all for listening to my rant. If you did enjoy the video, remember to like this video, subscribe to Keys to Your Crown today, and turn on those notifications so you don't miss tomorrow's video. If you have a different opinion on his sacral chakra, or if you agree with me, leave a comment down below. I want to hear from you. Also, check out all the links in the description of this video, including the #1 recommended way to unlock your chakras. It's a great little video that really gives you a very in-depth synopsis, but also kind of gives you an overview of what to do. So definitely check it out, and it's free. So go ahead and do that, and I will personally send that email to you, and I do not sell information because I'm, #1, that's requires way too much work. So thank you all for listening, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day.